Your deck's not particularly powerful, so you don't have the Rug upside of just like doing good stuff.
Yeah.
But you still just lose to Wasteland like Rug does. So it's I'm not really sure which Burn obviously doesn't. So, but I cannot argue with the results. So it's basically a blue-red tempo deck. It has some soft permission, backed up by Delver, Goblin Guy, Lavamancer, Snapcaster.
So Snapcaster Mage is played in the blue-red Delver deck, but it's not typically played in the Rug Delver deck, right?
Correct. I also think that part of the reason is the blue-red deck really wants to be playing Gitaxian Probe, and then Snapcaster pairs very well with Gitaxian Probe and gives you another threat card. So that pairing makes a lot more sense here than...
Vapor Style, that's a nice one.
Yeah, 2 copies of Vapor Snag, which is not a card I've played in blue-red. I have seen it in lists before, mostly in the sideboard, but certainly...
It's for like a Gristlebrand, right?
Or just a Tarmogoyf, whatever. It's just another fine tempo card. Does some things that your Bolts and Chains can't do. And on the other side, we have Nick Lassen, who I know is a Vegas local, or at least has been for a while. And he is playing
Bantman.
Bant creature deck.
So this is similar to the deck that was played earlier by Alex/John Sittner.
Yeah.
He's got a Sylvan Safekeeper, a Scavenging Ooze, a Gadok Teague, a Green Sun Zenith Engine, 2 Force of Wills. Very similar to the deck we saw. It was round 2 or so.
Yeah.
Oh, round 4 for us, right? We didn't do the first couple of rounds.
So he's leading off with the first turn Gitaxian Probe. This is revealing a hand. Nicholas played a Forest and Noble Hierarch, revealing a hand of Dry Arbor, Caracas, 2 Brainstorms, and a Kasali Pride Mage. This hand that Nick has is very soft to his Hierarch getting killed.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, like a lightning bolt of some sort at that Hierarch is going to be highly advantageous for Cory Engel. What do we have? Cory's just like, Gitaxian Probe, pay 2, ship? No.
Yeah.
He's going to go down to 17, so Nick Lassen dramatically ahead by 3 life points.
Yeah, he's winning.
Cory Engel way on his heels. Probably has no way of getting back from this 3.
I assume that we're going to be going to game 2 pretty soon here.
And let's see, Cory Engel's entire deck has disappeared. And what do we have?
We have Chain Lightning for the
Noble Hierarch. Nick confirms that he has no way to produce a blue mana to cast those Brainstorms. Draws. He's probably going to Caracas, Kasali Pride Mage, I guess.
Oh, he drew a Windswept. Very good.
No fun!
I would prefer for him to be able to cast his spells than not, I guess. All the things being equal.
I mean, he kept the hand. He should be punished when his guy is killed.
But that was a perfectly fine keep.
I know. He should be punished when his guy is killed.
He kind of got punished.
How?
He had to now use a fetch land? I don't know. He got punished a little bit.
He's not remotely punished.
He would rather Brainstorm with his fetch land in play than have to break it to just cast his Pride Mage. It's the small edges in Legacy, Michael. It's the small edges.
I thought we agreed that we wanted no more small edges, no more. And you're like splitting the hairs. Somebody's like, oh, I know you just won the lottery, but Cory Engel's like, that was no fun. Just chain this guy again. He's gonna run out of spells in a second.
And that shows the value of Gitaxian Probe, even in decks that aren't like comboing out or that concerned about Force of Will. Whether or not Cory wants to spend his first turn, say, either playing a Delver or bolting the Hierarch, very much depends on the rest of the contents of Nick's hand. And with that information, he was able to act with, made a sharper play than he would have had to otherwise if he's just guessing as to the value.
How much better is a Searing Blaze here than anything else?
It's impossible for it to be better than any other Magic card.
That Cory could do.
Yeah, Searing Blaze
would just be insane,
totally insane
here. It's not in his deck, though. What do you think's going to happen? Vapor Style and Delver.
Snag seems
unlikely.
Not where you'd want to be. Yeah, just Snapcaster, Gitaxian Probe.
I don't like that at all. I mean, it's probably fine. It's probably the optimal play that he can make given his resources right now, but it just seems sucky, don't you think?
No, I actually like this play a lot. It's just
he knows every one of those cards.
Yeah, but it's just you're just trying to get something on the board. It just maximizes your power. Like this game, the blue-red Delver deck can't go that late. You need to start getting some action, breaking up with some bolts here and there.
You think Lassen's gonna swing? Boom into the red zone?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow.
It's a 4 spot.
Sure. 4 damages, right? Exalted.
I'll drop Engel to 10.
And you know, it'd be sweet like an arc lightning, but I'm sure it's not in his deck, right?
Yep. We're gonna see a brainstorm here. Looking at now, his hand is 3 lands and 2 brainstorms. Cory, could you really use some more bolts or another land and a Snapcaster would be good here?
You just send here, like possibly trade with the land.
Yeah, you had to send for sure.
Blue-red Devil deck doesn't really play any powerful cards, right? It just plays
Not
like
really.
burn spells.
Yeah,
and,
good tempo.
and like some 2-for-1s.
Yeah.
So, Smith, yep.
All right.
Kind of
That's fine
saw
for Cory.
that coming. Then Snapcaster Mage, and then he's going to burn the Kasali Pride Mage.
Yeah, chain the Pride Mage.
Yep, sounds right. So, he knows that. Well, actually, I guess he doesn't know everything because Nick has had another brainstorm and using a fetch here.
Yeah.
Nick evaluating his hand before searching it with probably maybe a Savannah, Tundra. Tropical Island. 3rd time's the charm. What do you think? Knight of the Reliquary?
That would be ideal. Be awesome to have here.
And
He's just gonna brainstorm again. He knows the top card of his deck was a land from the previous brainstorm, so.
And Mind Sculptor, land.
Yep.
So he's gonna probably set himself up to Mind Sculptor next turn, right?
It's tough. You know, he's not really. The rest of his hand is just lands. It's very hard for him to handle any sort of board that Cory's able to put together here. Jace is actually not at its best.
So, I mean, he could always just bounce the Snapcaster Mage.
Yes.
That would not be very good, though.
Correct.
Cory Engel, a brainstorm. An Ice Age brainstorm, the original brainstorm.
Yes.
Unless you count the very original brainstorm from Alpha.
Brainstorm was not an alpha.
That did not have you put two cards back.
Oh,
so
sure.
if you don't count that one, this is the original brainstorm. Sack land.
Goblin Guide, and now it's time to turn it on.
Oh, I mean, Nick's going to draw a land.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yep. Draw. Predictable.
Does not go into play.
Does not go into play, judges.
Please pick up the Savannah.
Yeah.
Please pick up the Savannah. Back up.
Back up. That does not go into play. Yeah. Agreed. It goes into hand.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. All right, we're good.
Brainstorm.
3 lands.
That's really a good combo with Goblin Guide. Ish.
It's arguably. I'm sure Nick would rather have action.
Yeah, he's just got nothing but that Mind Sculptor, and that Mind Sculptor is not long for this world, right?
Yep.
Like, he's just dead to everything in Cory Engel's deck. I mean, does Cory has Price of Progress or no? No Price of Progress in this deck?
He has it in the sideboard. You can tell by the way he's been fetching out.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
I was trying to evaluate because, like, normally if you're just gonna go, is he gonna aid himself? Obviously not. Not at 10 life.
No.
Goes and gets an island. I love Smash to Smithereens. What's your opinion of that card?
Awesome. Quite
I
potent.
love it. I love a lot of the cards that he has. Like one Jace the Mind Sculptor. He just wants to be in the party, right? He just wants to be part of the scene. All right, EOT. Oh,
we're still in his main phase here.
okay, main phase. Gitaxian Probe.
3 lands and a Jace.
Nothing at all.
He has Daze in his hand, which means that if he draws a bolt here, he knows he can bolt the Hierarch and then
Just
Daze
daze the
Jace.
bejesus out of Jace the Mind Sculptor. Maybe he's already got a creature elimination spell.
No, his hand looks like it's all blue cards.
And Oh, is he playing a Wasteland? He's going to Wasteland that? Oh, wow. Is that
he's gonna get
horrendous for Nick Lassen?
Oh, no.
I mean, like, Cory's playing it so cool, too.
Yeah,
he's
just
like,
gonna,
oh, yeah,
all right, I'll
leave
brainstorm
in
in response.
Yeah. Man, that sucks. You're so good. Like, it's going to be tremulous and tender. Yeah, puts him back. Sure, bro. All right, land that Mind Sculptor.
Oh, no.
I mean, how fast will the days jump out of his hand? Like, it's just like pouncing jaguar. It's going to leap out of his hand.
Oh, no, he's going to play it cool. I guess I'll daze it. Sure.
I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong. Like, he's like playing around Pierce or whatever, right?
No, he had to tap out.
No, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
With the Wasteland,
yeah.
it's like it's one or the other, right?
Right.
Draw a card. It's just like he had a Mind Sculptor.
Yeah, sort of.
4 in. I mean, Nick is dramatically higher in life than Cory, which is
yeah, a lot
crazy.
of Gitaxian probes.
So Cory can like Snapcaster Days. Be pretty tight.
Yep.
I mean, Nick just drawn stone nothing.
Drew another.
Again.
Is that a hierarchy he just drew? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing some work on whittling down the mana, which is actually significant against all of Cory's Snapcaster mages.
Fair. I mean, I think Cory's probably just gonna like make a Snapcaster mage and then brainstorm.
Yeah.
Does this deck have thought? This version doesn't have Thought Scour?
No Thought Scours.
So, I mean, just another 2/1 body is actually significant. Noble Hierarch is among the best creatures of all time, except when blocking.
Yeah.
It's
has 3 good rolls: attacking, blocking, and making mana. Blocking is the worst of the rolls.
And let's just go get a volcanic island, probably, I would guess. You know what's interesting about Daze? He keeps dazing volcanic island back to his hand so he can brainstorm them back into his library and then, you know, refetch them, I think. That'd be kind of interesting.
Is he out of volcanics? He only plays 3.
Oh, he only plays 3?
He's been wastelanded twice now, is that correct? Yeah, okay. So
there's one in his hand, right? He
dazed it back.
With it, yeah. 1, Force of Will. 2,
Grim
Lavamancer, awesome. 3, Gitaxian Pro.
Gitaxian Pro.
Pretty good. So, put back 2 lances, doesn't matter. Almost, I mean, because he has Gitaxian Pro, it really almost doesn't matter.
Right.
So, send for 6. Nick's kind of have to block, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's in a spot.
Brainstorm.
Reveals Brainstorm.
Miss. Just take 3? Or take 6, rather? There's no way.
You're in bolt range.
No
Seems pretty
way
risky.
he's taking 6. Yep. Not gonna like it, but take 4. Put you down to 5. Grim Lavamancer. Say go. Oh, he should probe first, right? Why not probe? Even like hard cast probe. Brainstorm. Sure. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe should have forced that. Yikes. I mean, well, let's see. Threatened damage is 8 damage. He's at 5. Contains 2. Threatened damage is still 4. That puts him down to, certainly puts him down into lightning bolt range.
Yeah.
I mean, the targets are going to be Grim Lavamancer and Snapcaster Mage for sure, right?
Yes.
And like, probably kill Lavamancer now.
Yeah, you have to.
Yep. Just Force a Will here. I'd probably let him do it. He has like his Chain Lightning is lethal. So, like, all he needs to do is 2.
I don't think he has a chain.
He has a chain.
I thought he just had forced blue card land or something.
His chain.
Okay. Oh, there's a lightning bolt, sure.
Oh, I thought it was chain, whichever one. Boom, boom, boom. Feel land, Swords of Plowshares. Has to be aimed at Snapcaster Mage. Well, doesn't have to. You want to leave Goblin Guide on the table, though, right?
Yeah.
Very tight little tap there. That's a little. There's your little edge, Patrick Sullivan. Tap the correct permanent for Swords of Plowshares. Plowshare. Hammer you down to 3. Dead. Taxian Probe puts me to 6.
Good to know.
Confirm you're dead.
Cool. Okay.
I love this blue-red Delver deck.
That was a nice.
I like it. It's sweet.
That was a nice little demonstration right there for sure.
I love it. I love seeing people's hand. I love bolting stuff. I love bolting humans in the face. I love drawing 2 cards. I love drawing 3 cards. I love playing a Grim Lavamancer and demolishing Maverick decks. I mean, like, what's not to love? I love Force of Willing and Dazing combo play. Actually, you guys should never do that to me, but I like doing it to you.
Right.
I like everything, except for, like, Chain Lightning against other decks that can tap for RR.
Yeah, but that's easy enough to finagle.
Like,
I've rarely been caught with that. Anywho, onto the sideboard. Cory has a couple aces here. A full playset of Submerge.
that is I think it's just, like, probably out Force of Will? Wait, Force of Will, the big one?
Yeah, well, I think Spell Pierce is worse.
Mind Sculptor much? No?
Hey,
He's Green Sun Zenith, Mind Sculptor, Jitty. Alright.
I'd rather just bring in, like, a Jace and the Force Emerges, probably.
Yeah, but it's a question of what you're taking out. Spell Pierce?
Yeah, I think you're much... Like, Knight of the Reliquary is probably a bigger risk to you than Jace is. Like, it's not hard for attacking decks to beat Jace, especially when you have Submerge to clear out blockers.
Fair enough.
It's Knight that's... Or creatures like that are the rough ones to beat if the board gets stabilized and then gummed down on.
On Nick Lassen's side, we have Jide, Elspeth Knight Errant.
Yeah, both good.
Jace is okay. None of these cards is spectacular against blue-red, though.
Right.
He's got a lot of non-basic lands. I mean, you don't think that just...
Bring in the prices?
I mean, prices and red blasts? This deck's crazy.
Yeah, I guess where are you making room for all that stuff, though?
I mean, Goblin Guide is horrendous against that deck on the draw, right?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, it's like, maybe you put it back in Game 3 if you need it, but I really just do not want to see Goblin Guide against...
So do we do something like cut 4 Goblin Guides, 2 Dazes, and 4 Pierces for, like, Submerge, Price of Progress, Red Blast?
I could see that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Jace.
And Jace, yeah.
If you agree, Goblin Guide's horrible in the draw, right?
Yeah,
in this matchup?
Yes.
Against green creatures?
Yeah, it's really rough. The problem is that, next deck's certainly more powerful, and, the power level of Submerge is maximized when you're actually clocking someone, not just sort of staving off death.
I mean, there's, like, little things, right? Like, I mean, we are proposing having no Goblin Guide, but just submerging someone and then attacking with a Goblin Guide makes it so that,
yeah, it's totally
oops.
sweet. Yeah, I actually tried to cram, when I was working on this deck, I tried very hard to cram Predict into it. Because you have Goblin Guide, you have Submerge, you have, there's another card.
There's 2 Predicts. There's Predict and Foreshadow.
Yeah. There's another card that I can't think of right now besides Guide and... Oh, you have your own Brainstorms and Ponders and stuff to engineer it on your side, too. So, Delver of Secrets, you could see, and then get yourself...
I love a Dirtle. Like, I love just drawing a card as much as the next man, but I feel like that might be too much work for the amount of mana that this deck can have in play.
Yeah, but it's 2 cards.
How sweet is it against Miracles?
Pretty awesome. Submerge predicting someone is also just the biggest, that's the biggest middle finger you can throw at an opponent, basically.
Have you been paying a lot of attention to, like, Standard maybe 2-3 weeks ago?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, how much do you think people were like, Azorius charming a Thundermaw Hellkite, and then like Valiant Trout yarding it?
Yeah. I think I have a feeling. It might be a good one there. Like the Submerge.
Hilarious, this thing.
The Submerge, their Knight. Play Predict, tank. All right. I guess Knight of the Reliquary. Then it's, then it's there. It's pretty awesome.
How about a mix of Predict and Foreshadow?
Yeah. You don't have to be all in on one or the other. But yeah,
Ponder,
like
Predict.
you said, it was just a little bit too much mana. 2 mana is just hard for this deck to come together.
I can't convince certain friends of mine to cram a 3-mana 2-card combo that will just win the game on the spot. And like, you want to Ponder Predict.
I think that you're overstating the.
It wins. It wins to death.
It looks, by the looks of it during our break, it looks like a Mike Flores was able to persuade a befuddled Nick Spagnola into playing a goofy brew
Goofy combo.
Goofy combo for the Invitational. So we'll try to get on camera, during day 1, I guess, because there's probably no day 2, so we can see what Flores has bamboozled this poor man into.
Look, man, I'm a good negotiator.
Sure. I understand.
Just hustler. It's always hustling.
Just always on to the next hustle.
Like, just cram little value, just get every little edge. Just like tapping my Noble Hierarch to plow something.
Yeah.
Like, I could have tapped a Tundra, but, you do that 100 times, it might catch you once.
Both players keeping 7, and Cory with Price of Progress in hand, so...
Yeah, so he went that way. But he kept a 1-lander?
No, he's got a ton. He's got 3 lands at least. Misty Rainforest and 2 Flooded Strands.
Am I looking at the right hand? You are correct. Never mind me. So... he tanks for a second.
And I assume because of Price of Progress, he's going to make an effort to get basics.
Yeah, basics. And the other thing is, like, because Nick Lassen is playing a deck that both has Wasteland and, a Wasteland engine via Knight of the Reliquary, he can kind of, like, make like he's doing it for other reasons.
Right.
I think that you, of all players, would just really appreciate, like, the sculpting of a game into a Price of Progress kind of inevitability.
Yes.
First turn, ooh, and the guide.
So we kept him in.
And
we're going to brainstorm with the trigger.
What a... It's awful.
So fancy.
I just hate it.
What do you hate?
I hate it so much. You have a free card.
It's a free 2 damage.
Free 2 damage. My bad. I just have the wrong attitude, apparently.
Yeah, he's never getting those 2 points back. They are gone forever. That card, who knows if it matters? It was a Savannah that he's got Price of Progress in his hand. It's just like arguably upside.
Every little chip away from your soul, every time you do something bad to someone, you're never getting that back, right?
Yeah.
It just goes away into a hole. You look lovingly at it 20 years later. So...
that point's never coming back. 17. Another free one. On the house.
Is it going to be a dual land? He's just zipping past the dual lands.
No, he's not.
I love it.
You're in range, my friend.
Is that a oh my god, is that a submerge?
Yes.
No free card this turn.
Yep. Put it back, try again. Brutal.
Alright, here comes a... what's that, like a Pride Mage? What's it going to be? Who breaks on his own turn for no reason?
I guess
he's going to plow this, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Going to see if he can draw a freebie and then plow. Tink. What do we got? What is that? A click?
A Vendelian click.
No, that's going to be no fun. He's going to bury the poor Price of Progress.
No, he's going to get to cast it, though.
Does he have a pierce or something?
It's a vapor snag.
Not worth it.
Yeah, don't get too attached to this Goblin Guide, man. You got your free 2. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go for it.
Nug myself. Is that just like trade the vapor snag for the plow?
With price in hand, I would be pretty happy just to like keep the snag.
I actually
gives you a lot of time.
I actually think that I would have like broken the Misty Rainforest and then islanded the snag so that I could tap the volcanic for.
Yeah.
I think I like that way better than this line. You agree?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you're gonna replay it, like, then hope that Nick doesn't have mental misstep. You don't have to hope very hard, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, if he does have mental misstep, it's pretty awesome for you. It's just,
just the stones,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it's actually perfect.
Misstep? No? All right.
Misstep? All right, fine.
Why would he break for his... I guess he knew he wasn't going to hit. All right, so pretend you're Nick Lassen and you don't know that your opponent... and you don't know your opponent has Price of Progress. Don't you just play the Savannah that you showed him earlier? Like, I hate like all this giving him extra information.
I don't know. I think the fact that he knows that he has a land in his 6-card hand doesn't appreciably change things. I mean, yes, it matters, but...
I think it matters a fair amount. I mean, just over the course of your career doing that, like after game after game, I think that matters a lot. Probably costs you hundreds of games over the course of your career doing something like that. So, just tap out for Jitty on turn? That's sweet for Cory, right?
Yeah, with the Submerge in hand?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Cory's like pretending to tank.
Well, he has Force of Will in hand, but...
Whoa, with the Submerge? Does he have another Submerge?
No. I would have let that Jit
I would have let it
resolve.
stick too.
Between submerging a guy and the Force of Will in your hand, you probably could have staved off.
The Jitty ever mattering, right?
Yeah.
So take 2. Why is he breaking here?
He might be plowing. I hope he's plowing. No, it looks like he's just taking the hit.
Just randomly, like, getting a dual land.
Better not be a duel.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
I mean, like, it just even makes even less sense. He took a point of damage, showed him a card that he didn't have to show him, and he just got the same land that he had.
Well, I think Nick's probably thinking that he's pretty land heavy and just wants to thin lands out.
Oh, pad the exile?
Okay.
I guess live with it. Cory Engel's like pretty low in cards now, right?
Yeah, I mean this is the problem with the rug deck, the blue-red deck is you're just out of gas pretty fast.
I really just would not have Force of Willed that Jitty. Just not the kind of thing I would have done.
Yeah. Although the play looks a little bit better now that Lassen had another removal spell for the Goblin guy, because he might not have been able to tempo him out of the game.
Okay. So Cory keeps shuffling like Brian Kibler. I can't see his hand. Got Price and what else?
Chain.
Just brain, right? Yeah, open brain.
I don't believe I would have cast it there.
No?
No, because it's just like the warning alarms go off of Nick now. Like why would you chain me unless I was in range?
Why would you play a Caracas? Oh, so that you can
Caracas
lift this?
click.
Oh,
Caracas
okay.
click.
Forceful response. Okay, I like that. 1, 2, 3. And it's just put Price of Progress on top of your deck, right? So that he can't click it away.
Yeah.
Is that Guide?
Yep.
I really just dislike Guide and going second in this matchup.
Yeah, it's definitely not awesome.
He's probably going to click Lavamancer, right?
I would assume so, yeah. Lavamancer is definitely the most threatening card in that hand.
Yeah, I like that Caracas play now that I appreciate the Vendilion Click's legendarity.
Like you're not in any rush to land that chain lightning. It's unlikely that Nick's got like a bunch of counters in his deck or whatever. And when you chain him from 16 to 13, when he knows you have creatures in your deck, it's just like if I was in Nick's position, I would be on guard right away. Like there's something. Sure. Something's fishy.
So we saw the revelation of an additional Vendilion Click, which just tells Nick Lassen to throw his guy in front of him.
Yeah, just straight off.
It's almost like the worst thing that could have been revealed, right? So, Savannah.
And Price of Progress is just obviously not at all on Nick's radar because he has basics in his hand.
He's just gonna take 10 right here.
Yeah, he's gonna take a 10 spot.
So Cory's just gonna thaw out both of these lands, right? Oh wait. Oh, he only has one mountain, so that he has to get a volcanic.
He can get an island, right?
No, he can't. It's a red-white.
Oh, I thought he had two.
No.
Yeah, he probably wanted the Tarn for an island there.
I mean, he has to Tarn anyway. He's gonna take an extra point.
Right.
He's gonna see what he draws first. And it's an island, which is just the worst. You have to Tarn. You're going to take an extra point if you don't Tarn.
Yeah.
And then you don't give him a chance to get a Wasteland.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that because he's not thinking. He's definitely not thinking about.
Yep, take it.
But now the price is like symmetrical.
It's like Cory has like 100 live shots, right? Oh, Swords to Plowshares! No fun! Are you targeting me? Is that me you're targeting?
Yeah.
Pointing at me?
Yeah, you can't even cast, like... I mean, he can cast Price, I guess, but...
He has to Price. There's just no value after this turn.
But if he casts Price, then Lassen can go like, okay, Price resolves, don't click anything, you die.
What do you mean? He doesn't die?
Yeah, he takes 6 from his own Price, and there's a Knight and a click in play.
The big problem is Swords of Plowshares.
Yeah, he kind of actually just has to
force just forces. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Fine. Brainstorm.
Looking at
Plow path. So tapping a lot, leaving up a white. Elspeth.
Is that just lethal?
Just jumping that. I don't think so. Well, I mean, it turns off Price.
Yeah.
What went wrong this game? I feel like that Price should have demolished Nick Lassen. Like, it's an inch from lethal right now. If he pulls a lightning bolt of some kind, he can just draw the game, right?
I mean, what's going wrong, maybe there's some operations Cory could have done better this game, but what's going on is you're saying sort of the problem that I have with the blue-red deck is...
In general, yeah.
Just, he needs to draw homogenous cards to close this game out, and this turn he drew a Spell Pierce instead of a thing that does something.
I just would never have Force-of-Willed the Jide.
Well...
Yeah, it's game now.
Yeah.
If he didn't Force-of-Will the Jide, he probably would have won.
Well, it's not clear because that game went on for a million turns, so that one Submerge plus that one Force probably wouldn't have held off all of Lassen's attacks for the rest of the game. I would not have forced the Jit there, given what his hand was, but it's not clear that he might have lost the Jit anyway if it got to stick. Because Cory didn't have, sufficient reactive elements or sufficient tempo to keep him off of attacking for the entire game.
How many Smash the Smithereens would you have in your deck?
Probably 2. One or 2.
I think I would have 1. I don't want both.
Oh, you mean in my sideboard in general?
No, in my deck in this third game.
Oh, I would like to have 1.
I think I would have 1 as well. Because like if you draw a second one and they don't draw 2 Jiddays, it stinks.
Yes.
But drawing one's like okay.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess like he drew 2 Goblin Guides, 3 Goblin Guides that game. And
No, he just drew the one. He just snagged
over and over again. No, it died.
He snagged it, and then it got
Path, then he had another one, and then he revealed Vendilion
Oh,
Click.
yeah.
If like that thing had gotten in, or like the Vendilion Click had not revealed Vendilion Click, I actually think that he's like an inch from winning several different ways.
Yeah, I guess the problem, this is the red-blue Delver deck problem. It's like Goblin Guide and Force of Will in the same deck are like, generally both of those cards are only good against a very limited range of opponents. One of those cards is usually bad against your opponent. Sometimes both, And so trying to cobble together a game plan that involves drawing both of them and winning is not easy unless you're playing against super fast combo decks.
It's interesting because, in my opinion, both Goblin Guide and Force of Will are mediocre at best against Nick's deck.
Yes.
They're like okay. Like
Right.
not a pure mulligan, but also not very good.
So, yeah, it's just hard to. You're drawing all these disparate pieces, and the fact that he had Force of Will and Spell Pierce in his deck after board is a little rough. It may be one of those things where you cut your dazes when you're on the draw and bring them back in when you're on the play, but Spell Pierce is really hard to use profitably against the Bant deck. What the upside is for Cory going into this third game is, based on the way that Nick was playing, you can tell that Price of Progress was not something that was on his radar. Even on that last turn of the game, he just put a Windswept Heath into play, which he clearly had no use for before that lethal attack from the Knight. So if I was Cory, I would at least be confident that Price of Progress is going to get to do its thing. Cory looks like a man keeping.
Thinking very deeply.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's like a really great mental game. I don't know. Like, I've seen like really good players just stare at a hand that was like an obvious mulligan and keep, or like stare at a hand that like was an obvious keep and then keep, like, but just stare at it for a long time.
Yeah.
The one that was like stare at an obvious mulligan hand and then keep was shocking to me, and then he demolished his opponent. It was like, just like this is such an unkeepable hand, and he's just like stare, 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 and I'm like, he's just putting on a show. Keep, win 100 turns. I was just unbelievable.
So both players have just left the table here. We'll try to figure out exactly what happened here. So yeah, it looks like there's a question for a judge. Not sure what that is, but I regularly call over the judge because I'm not too versed in all the interactions.
What's one of my favorite call over judge stories? Kai Bude versus Mark Herberholtz.
Yep.
It's the middle of the match. Mark just calls over a judge, and then the judge comes over, and Mark gets up, talks to, and like coverage reporters there, and Mark goes, "I don't really have a question, but I want you to watch this." like he's gonna think I'm gonna do this and this, and it's gonna be sweet because I'm actually gonna win 6 turns around this way.
Right.
He comes back, like he just plays in like they're playing this game. They're like Kai thinks they're playing this one game, but Mark actually knows what game they're really playing, and then
Classic
classic
Herberholtz.
just like demolishes him like 6 turns. And like Herberholtz was telling me like. Herberholtz and Kai work together, like now, 6 years later. You're just like, you were so lucky. He's like, yeah, Kai said how lucky I was back in 2006 last week.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, I got that when Kai wrote his, Untold Legends of the $1 Million Pro Tour article a couple years back for Star City. I was impressed. It's like, this dude remembers all the matches he lost where he felt he got unlucky. It's insane. It's like, won infinite Pro Tours and, revered by the community. Arguably the greatest player of all time, and
pretty good player, yeah.
Yeah, just can remember every bad beat still. It's incredible to me.
But that's just hilarious. Like classic Mark. It's like, I don't actually really have a question, but I'm gonna put the best player of all time off for a second. Oh, it was another Another match issue, not our match. So Nick Lassen discovers a tropical island after looking in the deep down to the flooded strand.
Yeah, discovers a tropical island. Only cost him 1 life.
One life he's never getting back.
Yeah, that's just gone forever. And the main phrase, brainstorm. Not a huge fan since I don't believe he has nothing to really. There's no reason to rush.
Yeah. Noble Hierarch, good man, good man. And
Cory gonna crack his Tarn here at the end of the turn. Finds a volcanic island. Shuffle.
what is a Tarn?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. It's hot though, as far as I can tell. It's
Well, no, because
scalding.
the adjective is scalding, so a Tarn isn't intrinsically hot necessarily.
Oh, so this particular Tarn is just like wicked hot though. Like,
yeah.
it would burn you with steam.
This is brainstorm at the end of the turn.
land.
It looked like he didn't have a second land.
Snapcaster, maybe. Well, he has it now.
Yeah.
Is it a chain?
A bolt. He found a Tarn, so now his hand's just gassed up.
If he has a probe, do you think it's the right place? Just like probe, Snapcaster, probe? Just run it that way?
Yeah, probably. It's not that big of a rush to get like your Lavamancer online because he has Plow, you've seen Path.
Oh, a Tarn, or Cory Loch, is a mountain lake or pool formed in a cirque excavated by a glacier.
Wow.
So it's like the cousin of a blue-white land.
Sure.
Which is ironic because a Tarn can't find a glacier, actually.
Yeah. What don't you learn here? A little bit about geology.
Very little bit about geology.
How to laugh, how to love. We do it all here. Source of Plowshares on the Lavamancer.
Goodbye. See ya. Another time, maybe. I mean, if you have a Spell Pierce, you fight this, right?
Well, if it's a Spell Pierce, no question. I think he's looking to snag. And I would much rather be snagging the Lavamancer here than snagging the guide on the previous turn. Because the only way that Lassen can really interact with these Lavamancers is with a spot removal, whereas Goblin Guy is just swinging with a blindfold on into the abyss every attack step.
Shipping a free card while getting an extra Vendilion click thrown in front of it. It's like on the bonus. Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
it.
I like
It's
this.
So yucky.
I like the snag here just fine. This is good.
I believe you. You know more about this stuff than I do. I still hate it.
Because the Lavamancer is actually powerful.
Oh well, there you go. There was good reason for that.
Grim Lavamancer has a history of being good against green, white, blue creature decks.
Sounds like a main phase Plow.
Yeah. This is another, yeah.
I think that he's just gonna. Is he gonna tear that thing up first, and then, or he's gonna play the Lavamancer?
I think he play the Lavamancer. He's got a ton of reactive.
Oh, ooh,
Or not.
Fancy.
Fancy, huh?
Fancy. Snag
Look
my guy. Snag your guy.
Yeah. Look at Fancy Pants over here.
We'll play him back. Let's see, Mr. Yeah, that's what it says.
Give it a gander.
It's exactly what it says.
I also think Cory does have a smash in his hand, so he did bring in at least one.
Yeah, I think he seems like the kind of man that's gonna smash a Jedi.
Why is smash in my sideboard for blowing up artifacts? What did my opponent play last game? An artifact.
Just one.
Be done. And
Done.
End of analysis. I like it.
Vendilion click.
Ooh, this is
a fair fight.
this is pretty rough for Nick here. This is another problem that I have with the Rug mana, the blue-red Delver mana base is he went and got an island because he wants to hedge a little bit against Wasteland and his prices, but he needs 2 red mana to cast a bolt, and if he could have cast a bolt last turn instead of snagging the Hierarch, that would have been much better. Instead, he had to cast the snag because
he didn't have to. He's sequencing turn over turn with the hopes of drawing a Price of Progress someday, right? He could have gotten a volcanic island.
Yeah, I believe so.
So I don't know what Nick's supposed to do here. Probably take a Snapcaster Mage.
I would just take nothing.
Really?
Yeah, you don't want to give him a third land and a second red source. And that hand just kind of stinks. It's like, what's he going to do? Activate the Lavamancer, not cast anything. Then what is he going to do the next turn?
He's going to let Cory crush you with 2-for-1s?
What do you mean?
I'm just asking if you're going to let him crush you with 2-for-1s.
What?
It's an honest question.
I mean, calling it the Snapcaster on Vapor Snag or Snapcaster on Brainstorm with no shuffle effect, a 2-for-1 is like, I guess it's technically true, but not in the way that you're implying. It's not a bunch of hymns. It's, you know what I mean? It's a lot more innocent than that.
I mean, like, there's 2 Snapcaster mages. Nick's whole game plan is putting out, like, Gigundo Knight of the Reliquary. He just needs any 3rd land to make Nick's life miserable. Like, here, pay like 8 mana. Scavenging Ooze, it's kind of tight. He's gonna embiggen that. Oh, that's annoying.
He didn't grow his Ooze. It's just gonna die now.
Guess so.
I guess he's banking
first.
Yeah, I guess he's banking on him not being able to put a card in the graveyard. That's the rub.
Yep. Sorry.
Bad news. Although this does make the Snapcasters worse because now he has to get rid of the 2 spells.
Except for he's just gonna get the Flooded Strand and then, right?
Sure.
This is like there's 3 sack lands in that stack.
Yeah, but he has to lose one of these spells this turn.
I mean, it's probably gonna be the Brainstorm.
Yeah, I probably would have just eaten the Click and the Brainstorm because you can't cut him off of Vapor Snag anyway.
Yeah.
So there's no point in taking one.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think that was just like a screw up, right? So just break. No, don't eat the snag.
We need that for later.
The snag had a job to do.
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's true.
You have 2 Snapcaster mages in your hand. I don't understand.
Well, he's got. I mean, he has other spells he can kind of cobble together. But yeah, definitely against the Knight of the Reliquary deck, I would like to have the option of snagging at some point.
He just probably thinks that he's gonna break that Flooded Strand. Look at the bottom of the Flooded Strand. Find a volcanic island and then draw nothing but submerges for the rest of the game. Was it submerge from the graveyard still sweet, or is it 5?
It's 5.
So garbage, basically. Oh, pad the exile.
It's the same reason Snapcaster Force of Will isn't the most obnoxious thing in Legacy. Same reason.
I assumed that it was. That you just had to pay 5 the second time, but it was still obnoxious. Like, I guess he can go chain you, just like main phase Snapcaster Mage. Chain you, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean, not really with Nick at 18.
I said it was okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, Nick's at like 3 non-basics in play, right? So that's like 6 if he ever draws price. So what is this? Mind Sculptor? Let's review hand. I mean, he's got a Fate Seal.
Yeah, he knows about all these bolts. Well, so we had to like Snapcaster chain Snapcaster chain the Jace down, right?
Fine. It's better than playing against Jace. Basically spends 1 card to kill Jace. That's better deal than Jace would have ever given you.
Yeah, if the roles were reversed, Jace would not be this polite to you.
Yeah, he's not a generous person.
I don't know. It looks like he's just going up. It looks like we're going upstairs. Oh no, we're.
That can't possibly be true, is it?
Yeah, we just
chain you. Go. I do not approve.
Chase is gonna be. That was your chance. Chase gave you the one chance to leave without
with
making
dignity. I mean, look. Did he read Jace the Mind Sculptor? It has 4 abilities.
Yeah. That was your one chance. Jace was going to let you leave without making a big scene, but now that window has passed.
18 is not the correct life total, right?
It's 15 now. Sylvan Safekeeper, pretty awesome in this spot if he has another reasonable creature to follow up with.
And Solid Pride Mage.
Going
Lightning
upstairs.
Bolt you. Oh, I guess he can Snapcaster Lightning Bolt now, right? Yes.
Sure.
Snapcaster Mage, rebuy Lightning Bolt, break this thing. I think that's a little scary. You kind of have to break that thing first. Just like, hate losing to stupid stuff, right? Like, just randomly getting... I guess you could get stifled on the... It's way worse to get stifled on the land than it is to get stifled on the Snapcaster Mage, though.
Right.
Like, bolt you again? Puts you down to 9? And then he has essentially another Snapcaster Mage. Price is live. All right. I like it. Maybe. Price progress. Ooh.
It's a red card.
Close.
It's a Goblin Guide?
I hope not. Is it a Thundermaw Hellkite? That would be sweet.
That is a Goblin Guide.
That's the worst.
Just sticking up the joint.
Sweet.
We had to trade, right? If we're in Nick's position, it's just he's been going to our head for the last.
He has like a plowish thing, right?
He has a path. I'd rather just trade off my knuckleheads here and path something else later.
There's 0 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, are they in time?
It's like randomly. Is that the wrong one to path?
No, because he has the option of putting Safekeeper or, I mean, he has the option of putting Safekeeper or Pride Mage in front. Like if he wants to trade the Safekeeper, this is better. Which he probably does because he just needs to start clocking him for 3. Yeah, the way that I would be happy to trade the Safekeeper here because the way that Cory's been playing,
I would be trading the Safekeeper.
I would be stoked if he was using removal spell on a creature.
He put the Pride Mage in front of it. Snapcaster style, and just like chain face, right? Put you on 6. What's Cory's dream draw?
Price of Progress.
Price of Progress. Take it. It's mine.
It's a very aggressive attack because now he has a.
Yeah, he
doesn't have to jump block.
I mean, attack would put him at 7. I guess Whoa, isn't he 3 lower? Attack would put him at 4. There's something that does 4, is there?
No.
I don't like. Ooh, what happened to that smash? Did
it get shoveled away like a million turns ago?
Oh, break the land. Break the land. No, break the land. Why did he shuffle it away?
Are you sure breaking the land's better than not?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Because you can brainstorm into brainstorm.
I don't understand what you mean.
Like if he brainstorms into brainstorm and bricks, he gets to shuffle and try again.
Like, how many brainstorms are down? He just needs like a price. He's going to try to respond. So Sylvan Safekeeper is going to equip, right? And then he's going to try to respond to by shooting the thing that he equips it to. And then Sylvan Safekeeper's. That's. All right.
So Nick can definitely kill in time here.
Not if he gets hit by a Jide.
No, I'm saying Nick can kill in time, not Cory.
So bounce. We bounce Snapcaster Mage.
Gonna give it flying. And oh no, Nick.
Woo! That's the Patrick Sullivan school.
Oh, Nick.
Oh my God.
He unsummoned the Snapcaster Mage.
That's like the only way that Cory could win, right?
Oh my goodness.
Because one hit from that Jide and it's over.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You're
Cory Engel 2-1 over Nick Lassen.
Patrick Sullivan's lips are saying, "Oh my goodness," but his fist is saying, "Yeah."